Hi, I'm Laura, and this is Laylo Wellness. Today's practice is going to be focusing on functional balance. That means being able to keep your balance even when you are in motion, off your mat, doing life. We have to practice it on the mat to make it really work off the mat. Let's get started. Start our practice today here in a seated position. Let your eyes close if that feels good for you, and just take a few moments to check in with your body. See how you're feeling today. Notice what's feeling awesome in your body. And also check in with those parts that might need a little extra love today. Bring your attention to your thoughts, noticing your mindset, allowing yourself to begin clearing out any distractions or chatter that are going on in your head. We drop into our breath, letting that breath slow just a bit. Maybe taking some longer, slower, and deeper breaths. On your next exhale, open your mouth just a little bit and allow yourself to sigh that breath away. On your next inhale, we start to bring some movement in and reach the arms out and up. Exhale, let those hands come all the way down. One more time, taking that breath out and up. Drop your right hand to the floor, bring the left hand behind your head, and as you twist to your right, drop your left elbow toward the knee. Inhale and lift. Exhale, elbow to knee. One more time, breathe in. Exhale. Let's hold this right here for one full breath in and out. Inhale and lift. Let's bring both hands up overhead. Exhale, dropping that left hand, bringing the right hand behind your head and dropping the right elbow toward the left knee. Inhale. See if you can take those eyes up to the ceiling. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale. And exhale, this time holding the twist. Be feeling that gentle stretch across the back. Inhale, reach both hands high. Exhale, let's bring the hands down to the floor and move into our tabletop position. Hands directly underneath your shoulders now, knees underneath your hips. Make sure your fingers are spread wide here so you can see the mat between your fingers. If you feel like you need a little break for your wrist, you can always come up onto your knuckles or use your blocks to transfer your weight back just a little bit. Find some length all the way through the spine from your crown through the tailbone. And on your next inhale, lift your gaze, drop your belly, lift your hips for cow pose. Exhale, scoop the hips, round the spine, tuck the chin, cat pose. Continue moving through cow and cat, loosening up your back. We find that stillness once again in our tabletop position. Moving into our first balance pose, reach out through the right hand and the left leg, keeping the fingers spread wide, the toes spread wide, your foot nice and active. Find that balance across the core. Equal distance off the ground for the arm and leg. Take a deep breath, really reach through the fingers in the heel. Exhale, bring the elbow, forehead, and knee to meet underneath your rounded spine, crunching it in. Inhale and reach. Exhale and crunch. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Drop that right hand to the floor. left toes to the floor and gently rock this leg back and forth. Really let that foot relax right now while it has the chance, because it's going to be supporting you in just a little bit. Let's lift the left leg off the floor and step it through in between the hands. We're going to walk up one hand at a time, coming into a low lunge, adding a little bit of a twist, and then exhale. Straighten out the body, straighten out that forward leg, pop the toes off the ground, and then come back to that low lunge with a little bit of a twist. Kneeling pyramid with that twist. Frame up the front foot. Let's bring the knee right underneath your chest. Come back to that cow and cat. Returning to your tabletop, reaching out through the left hand and the right leg this time, find your bird dog. Again, keeping the fingers and toes spread wide, equal distance off the floor. Take that deep breath, reach through the fingers in the heel. Exhale, find the crunch. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Dropping your left hand right back under the shoulders. Right toes to the floor, rocking through the leg. Pause here, lift the right leg up, step it between the hands. Walking those hands up one at a time and turning toward that forward leg. Sitting back, kneeling pyramid. Pop the toes up, lengthen out. Come forward. Notice it takes a little bit of balance here, and we're keeping that balancing work in motion. And pushing the body weight forward, come back to your tabletop position. Tucking your toes under now, walk the hands back. Pop up onto your toes. Let the heels step down. Inhale, lift all the way up to the ceiling. Lace those fingers, flip the palms up onto your toes for that palm tree, and start to slowly walk toward the top of your mat. Exhale. Coming into chair. Take a quick look. Make sure you can still see your toes here. If you can't quite see them, maybe stand a little taller or shift your weight back. Take a deep breath. Reach through those fingers. Exhale, balancing chair, sweeping the arms down, lifting the heels up. Inhale. Exhale to mountain pose now. Standing tall, put a little squeeze through your glutes and feel the core tighten up. I want you to really feel this mountain pose. This is how we tie the upper body and lower body together. Take a deep breath, reach the arms high. Exhale, cactus those arms, open the chest. Inhale. Standing twist right, reaching back with the right hand, look over those fingertips, keeping your hips facing forward. Inhale, sweep the right arm down, pick up that left hand, exhale, cactus. Inhale. Standing twist left. Inhale, sweep the left hand down and up. Exhale. Inhale and reach high. Let's bring those hands down to heart center. Take a pause for a moment. Feel yourself grounded in your feet. Inhale, picking up the left foot to come into a standing staff. You have lots of options here. You could extend this leg, you can reach for the foot, you can stay right here. Put your focus for a moment on your right foot. Feel that base and the connection at the big toe, pinky toe, and the heel. Take a big step back on the left foot and pivot that foot 90 degrees, sweeping the arms around, finding a warrior two. Adjust your stance if you need to. We want to align our front heel with the back arch and the shoulders and hips right over the center. Let your right knee drift open a little bit. Inhale, reach these fingers high, straighten out your front leg, pick up your heel. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, straight. Lift the heel, exhale. One more time, inhale. Exhale. Inhale to a 5-pointed star, turning toward the long edge of your mat. Your toes are out, your heels are in. Exhale, coming down to a prayer squat. Inhale, 5-pointed star, pushing off with your left leg and finding your shooting star. Find that balance. Exhale, prayer squat. Inhale, shooting star toward the back of your mat. Let's pull the knee toward the elbow, look toward the top of the mat, and step down into chair pose, facing the back of your mat now. Exhale, mountain pose. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Exhale, cactus. Inhale. Exhale, standing twist right. Inhale, sweep the arm down and up. Exhale, cactus. Inhale. Standing twist left. Really working to keep those hips facing forward. Inhale, sweeping down and up. Cactus the arms. Inhale. Hands coming to heart center. Inhale, reaching up into chair. Exhale to balancing chair. Inhale to chair. Exhale to mountain. Inhale, picking up your right foot this time. Find your standing staff. Let yourself take some time here to really find your balance. Get grippy with that left foot, big toe, pinky toe, and heel. Take a deep breath in. Big step back on that right foot, pivot 90 degrees, and find your warrior two. Heel to arch once again, looking over those front fingers, letting the left knee drift out toward the left pinky toe. Inhale, straighten out the front leg as you tap the fingers at the top, then pull the heel off the ground. Exhale, back to warrior two, deep bend in the front knee. Inhale, straighten, pick up the heel. Release back down into warrior two. One more time, right here. Exhale. Inhale to your 5-pointed star, facing that long edge of the mat. Exhale, prayer squat. Inhale, 5-pointed star, pushing off with your right foot, picking up your shooting star. Exhale down into your prayer squat. Inhale, shooting star toward the front of that mat. Pulling that left elbow and knee together, face the top of the mat, landing in your chair pose. Exhale to mountain. Let's take a big step back here on your right foot. Drop down to the knee, left knee under the hip. Take that deep breath up. Lift the gaze. Keep that gaze lifted. Exhale. Camel pose. Heels of the hands at the top of the butt. Your fingers are pointed down. You might also be reaching for the backs of your heels. Level out the gaze and start to sit back. Flipping those feet out to one side, come down to your hip. Feet flat on the floor, hands next to the legs. Sit up nice and tall, slowly lower down. See if you can take the hands away from your legs and challenge yourself to go as slowly as you can, all the way to the floor. Reach the arms overhead. And then cactus those arms. Drop your knees now to the right, keeping your shoulders anchored on the floor. Gentle twist for the spine. Then we bring those knees up to the center and drop the knees to the left. Coming back to the center, hugging both knees into your chest. An easy rock side to side. Loosen up the low back. That's part of your core. It was working hard to help keep you balanced. Maybe take those knees in a little circle, both directions. And then bring those feet down to the edges of the mat. Let your knees fall together, arms relax alongside the body. Here in restorative pose. Take a few deep breaths. Let go of that physical work. And take a quick scan from your toes, letting them soften and relax up through the ankles to your knees, right up to your hips. Feel that rise and fall of your chest, slowing down. Letting your shoulders right down through the elbows, wrists to your fingertips. Relax and soften. Right up through your neck, your throat, into your jaw, across your face and behind your eyes, right up to your scalp. Everything starts to soften and relax. Take 5 slow breaths right here. You can stay here in your Shavasana for as long as you would like. Whenever you feel ready, you can start to make your way back up to a seated position. Allow your head and neck to relax. And give yourself one final big deep breath. Those hands come to heart center. May you have peace in your thoughts, kindness in your words, and hope in your hearts. From my heart to yours. Namaste. I hope you got some enjoyment out of today's practice. Functional balance training is so important for our daily lives on and off the mat. Just like with your mental health, if you start to feel off balance, you have to practice bringing yourself back to center. If you'd like to hear more about some ways that you can integrate wellness into your everyday life, please come visit me at laylowellness.com. And if you did enjoy this video, please like, comment, share it to somebody that you think could benefit from it.